Sheldon here for Long Beach Comic Con 2011 with Daniel and Anthony of Moriarty. If I see him down, it's because we shot this 3 times already, and I'm waiting for the camera to stop. It hasn't done it though, so far. So we've seen the first full arc of issues for Moriarty, and you can get them right here in the nice handy-dandy trade. And it's got the great artwork of this gentleman. And then we have the next arc coming up. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, it's called the Lazarus Tree. It's in the wake of stuff that happened at the end of the last adventure, the Dark Chamber. Moriarty is propelled to go to Burma. So he's in colonial Burma, mixing it up in a small town with the colonial Brits and the locals. And there's a lot of political turmoil and struggle going on, and he's having some strange dreams. And it's called Lazarus Tree. So something weird's going to happen. We don't know quite what yet, but there's a really
a rebirth of some sort.
Oh, it's a very multi-layered type of strange mystery happening.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now with this redesign of Moriarty, it's not just like it's more humanizing because we do want to root for him. You know, we do. He isn't just the villain. You've also redesigned a bit of what people can expect the way he looks. How do you feel like you've maybe tweaked him a bit to maybe not make him look so sinister, or sort of carry that that weight that you're used to when you
well, Moriarty? A lot of it comes down more to the story and the situation that I'm drawing in it. Typically, you're going to see Moriarty in previous encounters with Moriarty. He's usually a one-note kind of character. He's dark, he's evil. It's always from Sherlock's perspective. But in our story, he's three-dimensional. He's got emotions. He's got a range of character traits. So instead of just being like always a bad guy, people he cares about. He has fear. He has he has other emotions that he's expressing. So when I draw him, that range has to come through.
So he's not always looking so plotting and he does have that. Yeah, he almost has that. Well, I mean, he does. He has that hero jawline. You have that kind of. You give him that sort of debonair. Do you trust this guy? Is he going to be the guy in the G movie, or is he going to be the guy in PG-13?
Right. I like to think we never know.
Yeah. And that's something I was telling Anthony earlier on that we decided on was always with the black shiny leather gloves.
Yeah.
He's always wearing the black shiny leather gloves. It's kind of creepy. You don't know where he's coming from. Why is he in this story? He's in the middle of the jungle. He's still wearing the gloves.
Right, which is a little. Hey, he's there to impress somebody.
Yeah.
He's always very nice.
He's an English.
Well, he's an English gentleman, so he's going to do it with style and panache.
Right. Yeah.
What can you tell us about this next arc that is going to propel this character even more? I mean, it was already interesting that that Holmes might still be alive. That's been hinted at the end of the first arc. That maybe it's not Holmes, who knows? But someone is still alive and toying with Moriarty's mind a bit.
Yeah.
What can you tell us how he's gonna grow in the next arc?
Well, with the Dark Chamber, the thing was they were after this device that showed you the future. So he saw his future. He saw something about how he's going to die. So he's got some really strange knowledge. He thinks that there's something going on in Asia that he had. Moriarty is a professor, obviously. Sure. He's a professor of physics. It's part of the Doyle mythos is that Moriarty wrote a book called Dynamics of an Asteroid. So he has some interest in astrophysics. So something has happened, according to his calculations of the stars, the cosmos. Something happened in Asia some time ago that he needs to go and investigate relative to these visions he's had of his own death. In the middle of it all, it's a missing persons case, trying to find his friend that he hasn't talked to in 30 years, but that's over there. He goes over there and finds that guy's missing, and that's a key to this mystery he's unlocked. And in the middle of that, like I said, he mixes it up with all the locals and political types.
It's something else that is interesting with that I think you started to deal with is once you know how you're going to die, is it by you not doing what you think you're going to do to die, is that going to change it, or is that going to make you go the route you need to die? It's very interesting. It's a psychological thing with him, and it's perfect because that is who Moriarty is. And I know you guys can get this on Comicsology and in any comic shop. So I cannot recommend this Moriarty enough. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
Great work, Daniel.
Thank you.
Anthony, just awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Comic Impact, stay tuned for more at Long Beach Comic Con.